Okay, aquí va. Hi, chicas, ¿cómo están? How are you?
Muy bien.
Bien.
So thank you so much for allowing me to do this interview. This is part of my internship, of my student teaching, and I would love for you to help me out and just answer those questions. And yeah, just please, be as give me just your true, honest opinion and your feedback, because that's what the school is also looking for. Okay, so I'm going to start with some of the questions that they ask, and as well as your writing, if you can also write down the answers. I'm going to select this question will be for all of you, and it's the first one. What are some things a teacher can do to connect with you, and how with you and get along well with you, even if they are different from you in some or a lot of ways? Who would like to answer this question first? Yes, Emma.
They can ask me about my hobbies or sports or
Okay.
activities.
Thank you. How about you, Allie?
Just like talk to you, even if it's just about the subject, like just talking and like connecting with the teacher really helps to like get along and make like the class go by easier.
Okay. And do you have you had that experience with other teachers?
Yeah. Especially in your class, like Senora Hunt and I don't get along that well, and then when you came in, it made the class a lot easier to understand because I feel like you make it more personal than she does, and it's not just like her teaching in class. Like you come over, you help me a lot, like individually, so that helps.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
What I
Yes,
like is
Rachel.
that you take into consideration like our outside activities, and then so when you explain each problem to us, then you can relate it to what we do, and it's like really personal that way. So.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. And I have another question. What can I do to help you? If you're struggling with something, is there anything that I should try to do to help you understand the subject? Is there anything that I could do or that I shouldn't do either?
I think just like talking to us one-on-one and finding out exactly what we're struggling with, so then you can really like help us understand instead of just like thinking that we have a problem and just trying to like help us like ask specifically like what it is we're struggling with, so just
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Also, what you did is like when we would be working on a worksheet, you would stand by us, and then you would like kind of like watch us like do it, but in a way it was to make sure that we weren't just brushing by and like copying someone else's work, and you actually like stood by and explained to us why or why not it wasn't that, and like that helped me learn.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, what kind of things can teachers do to make you feel valued? Let's hear it. On this side, you guys need to. Share something.
Teachers can like just like ask you like how your day was and like making sure that you're doing the work correctly, and they just like it's nice to know that like teachers care about you and like how you're doing. And like if they notice you're struggling, it like sometimes students don't want to like ask for help because they're too afraid to, but if like a teacher can tell that you're struggling, they go out of their way to like help you, and it just makes you feel more valued.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like they need to like give you more like personal help, like not just like like it means like good or something, like a word, just like kind of give them more like personal and like information and stuff.
Okay.
I think like whenever teachers encourage like you whenever you get something correct, like you feel valued, and then at the same time if you get something wrong, like correcting in an appropriate way, like constructively, not making you feel stupid or
Yeah,
that you
like
did it wrong, but just like to learn. That
Yeah.
like makes you feel more valued and like less than like a machine trying to just learn all this information and more like someone actually trying to learn.
Yeah, and like offer outside help. Like even if you don't take it up, but like just the offer of like you can come and watch it
Yeah.
before school and all explain it to you is really nice.
Okay, thank you for that. And this is a really good one that I'd like to know. Do you feel like you're able to be yourself in my classroom? Why or why not?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I'm just trying to.
Yeah, she said you guys don't hold back at all.
Because you think that I'm funny, so
Yeah.
Like we'll make jokes about the class and then you'll joke back to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for that too.
It's a fun class, but like, and we still learn too and stuff. It's not like getting off topic, but it's easy to like be yourself in the class.
Yeah.
But you guys are really good students and you do your work.
Thank you.
Absolutely. What sorts of things would you keep would keep you from participating in class? And what can I, as a teacher, do to help?
Probably participating in class is probably when I don't fully when I fully don't understand what's going on, and so because I'm more of like a talkative person, so when I understand it, I like to show everyone that I understand it. So
We know.
yeah. But so basically, if like a lot of kids don't want to like participate in the activity that's going on, it's probably because they need more time to figure out what's happening. And then once everyone gets like a clear understanding, then it'll click with everyone.
Yeah, thank you for that. Anybody else wants to add to that?
Sometimes I get like nervous if I don't feel like confident in an answer or like I think it's wrong, and then just like it always helps when you like laugh with me and then like help me find the right answer instead of just like moving on to someone else. Just like helping me work for like the right answer.
Okay, thank you. I like that. And maybe giving samples as to
Yeah.
what I'm looking for, give answers, and maybe you can come up with your own.
Yeah, you do that all the time and like it helps because like it's better than just like you like moving on to someone else and then me just sitting there confused and like
Yeah,
not
like
knowing
you
what
make
to
us
do.
like understand it more.
Yeah.
Like so that we know, like you know that we get it, we can do
Mhm.
well.
Great, thank you. And this is on a motivation. Do you feel motivated to work hard in my classroom? Why or why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I do.
Yeah. Well, because like again with the encouragement and stuff, like whenever you're working hard and then like you're like encouraged by that good behavior, I guess it
Yeah.
makes you want to work harder just to
Mhm.
like make you proud.
Like you always come up with your feelings and you're like, good job, chicas, and I'm like, okay.
You like when you complimented us on after we did it, like even if it was like just putting like the accent on the third like
Oh,
vowel,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like I
got it.
invented Spanish.
That's cute. When do you feel, especially in the Spanish class, when do you feel like you're learning something that matters?
Like when I'm actually able to apply it to something we're doing. It like sometimes in the past I've learned things and then we'll learn it once and then never use it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did we learn that? And so like whenever you teach us something and then in the next lesson you'll be like, so does anyone remember how to do this? And
Yeah.
then, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, like when stuff comes back up, it makes you feel like that's like important and you're learning something that like you'll take on to like the next levels and like outside of class too.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get to practice like some of the things that we use in class?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
sometimes it's hard, but
Yeah.
My dad speaks Spanish, so I talk to him in Spanish.
Yeah,
You
like,
do?
I don't,
oh wow, that's awesome. Where is your dad from?
Cuba.
Oh, from Cuba.
He
You
was
been?
Born there.
Have you
No,
been?
I haven't been there. But he was born in Cuba, and then he lived in Puerto Rico, and I'm going to Puerto Rico this summer. To see,
This
like,
summer?
where he grew up. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I went to Puerto Rico for my honeymoon a few years ago. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. And how about you, Rachel? Do you feel like you're learning something new that matters?
Yeah, like basically what they said. Because in math, like you learn a lesson and then you're done with that lesson once the chapter ends, and
Yeah.
you just don't go back to it until the final. But when you're learning like Sarah versus a star, like you may think of it like just getting through it, but then in the long run, when you're composing sentences, like you realize, oh, like that's really cool that I know like all these tricks to learn them, and then like all the different verbs and commands and
Yeah.
all those like really help out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said.
Is there anything that that you guys like to add? Anything at all? Anything that you think teachers are not doing that we should be doing in class, or anything that could help improve? Well, for teaching me as a new teacher, is there anything that you like to add so it will help me grow as a teacher, and just to help to, I guess, to build a relationship with my students?
I mean, you've done a good job of this so far, but like teachers in general, to not just brush by a lesson, and to make sure that everyone like has a clear understanding of what's going on and why is it going on. And then if everyone in the class is kind of struggling and doesn't really have like a firm understanding, then maybe extending the test date, like not to like 3 months later, but like maybe like 4 days, and we can just do reviews until we can understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure that
And, like-
everyone is like understanding before the teacher just like moves on and like gives you a test, and you might not get a good grade on that test
Mhm.
because the teacher like didn't necessarily care and was just like, oh, if I don't like do the test on this day, then I'm not gonna be able to teach this lesson by the end of the school year. And like some teachers will like stick to like their like dates of like every single lesson plan that they have, even if the like students aren't understanding what it is. And it's just nice when the teachers like are like, oh, maybe they're not understanding it, like, and then they like give you more time to figure out what's going
It
on.
also
And I
makes
feel
you
like-
more engaged when you
Yeah.
Okay.
understand.
And I feel like you do a good job with that, because like some teachers, I wish that they would like take into account that like also like different periods have different people, and like sometimes like they need to pay more attention to certain people, but then they
Mhm.
just go by like, oh, these other classes are doing fine, like let's all just move on, instead of like
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
thinking about like the different people in each class and how they're struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So,
I,
yeah, go ahead.
I think like another thing for teachers is like to explain why you're learning something, because most kids will probably think this is like stupid, we're never going to use this in our whole life. So I think that it's like easier for students to be motivated to work if they know why they're working.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of put it in the context of real life, of how you're
Yeah.
going to be able to take what you're learning at home or with
Yeah.
your friends, which makes it easier when you're learning a language such as Spanish, which is pretty popular.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really good feedback. Anything else? No? Oops, my finger. Well, thank you. This concludes the session, the interview process for ASU. Thank you, gals. I really, really appreciate your time. And good luck to you.
Thank you.